Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be reacting to a video titled Why I'm Scared of Jeffree Star and Hairbyjay. So let's begin.
So I'm watching the full Hairbyjay video. I posted something in my vlog channel how I just saw a clip of this guy. This is Jeffree Star's wig guy, and also his friend. He took him to Wyoming just a few days ago. They're the type group of people that were being so awful to me on this Vegas trip a year ago. And watching this is so triggering for so many reasons. I'm actually shaking as one. I did have 3 suicide attempts, which made me end up in a mental hospital. And the fact that Jeffree and him and Boom and all those people talk and mock about this stuff.
So one thing we look for in body language is a baseline. We establish someone's baseline and then we see how much they shift from that baseline when presented with the stressor. So in this case, this video would be the stressor. Bit difficult to form for her because obviously she starts the video crying. So yeah, I'll try and establish a baseline when she's not that upset, and then I'll look for when she maybe recalls what's happened or the video and see how the baseline shifts then. Important thing to note here, I'm looking for pacifying behaviors, signs that she's being genuine, because a lot of people can fake cry, a lot of people can learn that stuff. It's very difficult to convince someone properly, especially a body language analyst, which I am. So yeah, I'll look for more cues in this video and I'll see if the body language lines up and there's consistent tells throughout that will show that she's deeply upset. So yeah, let's continue.
It's makes me shake. And it is disgusting. I see the comments. Ryland boasting him up, boasting how great Jeffree is and everything. He's an actual monster. I tried to keep it in for so long, but this is the kind of mean girl behavior. He admits to talking shit about my skin. And I stayed quiet because there were way more serious issues regarding Jeffree and stuff, and I really didn't want to be that.
She's doing a lot of playing with the hair, a lot of face touching, which is a sign of nervousness. Basically, it's a pacifying behavior. Pacifying behavior is a behavior that we do to relieve stress. So we have a limbic system that's responsible for managing the stress. And when that basically gets full up, we get stressed by something. The body needs a way to relieve that stress. So we do that by pacifying behaviors. Pacifying behaviors are different between men and women, but universal signs of fidgeting, scratching of the neck, touching of the face, rapid eye movement, rapid head movement, basically just ways for the body to calm itself down. And that's what we look for here. We look for numerous tells that she should be doing to determine if she's actually experiencing stress. So if she was faking it, she wouldn't be doing consistent pacifying behaviors. She wouldn't be doing the tells. So yeah, not enough data here at the moment. She is fidgeting with her hair. She is crying, obviously. She is touching her face. So that's a good sign that she's under a lot of stress. But again, these drama videos, you never know if they're going to fake it. You never know, if it's fabricating just to get views and stuff like that. So I'll continue watching and I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Person to be he's an awful person or whatever, but they were awful. No, going aside from the wig stuff, he does show that he said, "Oh, Jeffree's whatever." In the fuck the wig stuff, but the fact that this is the kind of people, and seeing it out there all over again is so triggering. And I know he'll make fun of this, and that I'm a walrus, and that go kill yourself. But it's just insane to me.
So the majority of body language communication comes from the eyes. About 60% people say. So looking at her eyes will give us a big insight into actually what she's thinking. She's looking up a lot, which is a sign that someone's remembering something truthful. So it does look like she's going through genuine stress here. She's remembering things that have happened and that then affects her. I haven't got enough data yet on her body language to tell if she's actually putting on this crying or not. And I don't want to say that she's faking it now because that would be inappropriate. Also, she's looking down as well to the left, her left. Now, looking down is a sign of shame and that you feel bad about things. But I don't know if she's looking at a monitor because she keeps looking at the exact same spot, which people don't tend to do. When people look down, it's just basically a sign of submission. They look wherever. They don't look in a specific location. So it will be interesting to see if she's actually got a monitor there with maybe some points that she needs to raise in this video on it.
Insane to me that people... Because he goes on in the video to say, the house I live in now is rented. I never said I owned it. which that was their mean girl stuff, that I couldn't afford stuff, that they threw my Balenciaga in the trash, that they gave away a bag to Rich Lux, that they wouldn't give me my camera. Like, there were so many worse things going on, and he's like, you were aborting time and all this shit. It's just because I didn't want to go out. He doesn't show the DMs I sent prior asking how much the freaking wigs are to go into this. Is like it's so triggering, and like I just don't want to like hide behind this anymore. Like, these videos, like,
to go see her. He paid for the car services. Okay? I got to get the fuck out of my fucking house and fucking show your fucking disfigured ass pussy and your disfigured ass titties for once. Because a person actually invited me.
I want to say also, for the record, like, I was thankful and grateful that he invited me. I was like excited until I wasn't excited anymore, which is why I went home. I offered to pay his assistant money for the hotel room. I had no interest in seeing Mariah Carey. They didn't even get us tickets. They got me and Jay tickets last minute because they're like, oh, come, which was nice, but I didn't want any of it. I didn't ask for any of it, and I offered to pay for the room. I offered to put money towards the jet. I did all this, and it just, like, the fact that that's what, like, Jeffree has to.
So notice that when she thinks about it, she leans back. That's a way of the body distancing itself from the stressor, i.e. this video. So when she says that, she's remembering it, she leans back. She's trying to put distance between her body, which is vulnerable, i.e. to predators, from the actual stressor. So it goes back to our caveman times when basically if you see a threat, you don't go towards it. You know, it's basic logic there. And that's why we do it. We try and distance ourselves from it. So she leans back when she says that. She's clearly going through a lot of stress. Again, I'm pretty convinced that this body language is genuine. You see a tear there, which is very difficult to fake. But, you know, there are a lot of cuts in this, so she could water in her eye. But, yeah, she's doing a lot of head scratching, a lot of face touching, a lot of positive or open body language with her hands. So she's doing a lot of gesturing. So she definitely feels confident in what she's saying. If she didn't believe what she said, she'd be trying to distance herself. She wouldn't be using open body language as I'm doing in this video, gesturing. People don't really do that when they're not telling the truth, when they're lying. They try and reserve themselves, minimize their body language, or they try and exaggerate it. So it's basically the two, really. If someone's giving off so much and exaggerating things, that's a sign of a lie. But if someone's not doing anything, that's also a sign of a liar. She's doing, I think, the average amount. But yeah, that's from what I've learned from YouTube. People will do anything for drama. People will do anything to get views. This video has nearly got 1 million views at the time of this recording. That's a lot of money to make. She does have ads on this video, so bear that in mind. But I'm not saying anything. I'm trying to remain completely unbiased here. I don't want to take sides. I have no idea, absolutely no idea what's going on with this woman. Don't know about the drama. It's the first time I've ever seen a channel. First time I've ever watched one of her videos. So yeah, I try and give a neutral view, and I am a qualified body language analyst, so I'd like to basically present the facts in a simple way that you can then basically decide on. Because if I did comments about every video, every video I react to, I'd have to study all the drama and try and make a decision, and I don't want to do that. It's up to you guys to make up your own minds.
Has to hold over people. It's like, I paid for all this shit and stuff like that. It's so disgusting and gross to me. And then the fact that, like, all of this I already knew from, like, reaching for a nacho and Jeffree slapping my hand and saying don't eat, and, like, just constantly, like, if I ask for, like, the price, like, oh, why are you asking for prices? Like, it's just insane to me. It's insane to me that there's people like this. And the fact that this is, like, Jeffree's, like, this BFF that, like, just he's ride or die for, and you know all of this. You know all of this is coming, that they talk shit about me. And it's like, so triggering, because I am insecure. He constantly tells me about it. I am so insecure.
But yes, she is doing a lot of pacifying behavior. She is trying to reduce her stress. She did lean back at that point when she was stressed. So those are realistic body language cues. But again, there's not that many. I would expect more from a video like this, but maybe that's just a baseline. And as I said before, it's too difficult for me to determine the baseline really to any degree of accuracy. But yeah, another thing to note, actually, she keeps looking down her left. I think she's got a monitor there with notes on it. I think she's definitely got that. So she's obviously planned this video. She's planned what to say, because the chances of you looking down at the exact same point, down left from the camera every time, she keeps glancing at it. She may not be reading it, but it may be there to help her. Not scripted, but bullet points. And that's understandable. Even, you know, that doesn't say that she's lying or she's not telling the truth. But I do think she has notes there that she references.
About my skin and my weight, and oh yeah, I don't make enough. I have to hear all the fucking time that I'm like just renting my house, just mean, petty, mean girl shit. Jeffree and his group are mean.
When she says mean girl S word, she leans back again, distancing behavior. When she thinks about it, she hates it and she tries to distance her body from it. She feels threatened by it. That's genuine. That is a genuine body language cue. People don't, unless they study body language, they don't really know the tells. And this is a 20-minute video. To be able to fake your body language for 20 whole minutes, it's insane, because all it takes is one cue in the wrong place, and all of a sudden I can pick up on that and go, that's not right, she shouldn't be doing that there. But all here does tell she's telling the truth. There's not as many pacifying behaviors as I'd expect for someone so stressed, but maybe she's just a very emotional person and she is used to sort of vocalizing that. I don't want to go into more into that issue because I don't want to accuse someone of something or anything like that. But yeah, not as many body language cues as I'd expect, but still within reasonable amounts, to be honest. There's nothing I can take from that yet.
Girl shit, I'm so tired of people just like defending him and supporting him because this is disgusting. Like, I've never once in my life felt so scared and crippled.
So her eyes are watering, both eyes are heavily watering. That's difficult to fake, even if you're in a stressful situation. To fake this for 20 minutes, to get eyes watering at certain points, it's not fake. I don't think it's fake at all. If you ask my opinion, she's going through genuine emotions. Whether or not she has a twisted view of events, I don't know. Because basically what tends to happen, as with the 2Hype drama, people disagreed with each other, but they believed those disagreements. So their body language, although they were saying contradictory things, their body language said that they were all telling the truth. That can happen. This woman could be totally in the wrong about anything, but so long as she believes she's in the right, all of her body language is going to suggest that she's telling the truth. So there is a limit to how much we can trust body language in terms of telling if someone's guilty or not. But it is important to keep in mind. It's interesting to know who's lying, willingly lie.
Everything. And I'm scared. I am scared. Jay is constantly making threats on here. He said in real life that he would like beat the shit out of people. Like, it's scary as shit. I'm terrified of this shit.
So he did threaten her. That's what I can take from it. When she said about him threatening her, she looked up. She was remembering. She wasn't faking. She wasn't saying it as a lie. She was looking up to recall the information in her mind, bring it to the front of her mind, and deliver it in the form of speech. So she was telling the truth there, which may raise serious implications. I don't know if someone's being threatened, that criminal offences and all that jazz. So yeah, that's important to note as well. But she was definitely threatened by this guy.
Person and about people a whole year later after an event happened. First of all, bitch, I should sue you because when you go to fucking court, right, and you wait a whole year later to fucking sue the person, guess the fuck what? The court looks at you like, why did you wait 12 months to say something?
I waited so long to see something because, like, that's Shane's friend, and I was like, I was scared. Like, the original DMs that came out between me and this other guy that made an exposed video on Jeffree, the guy that hung out with us in Vegas, the guy that just came to me with video footage of them talking.
So his speech is increasing, the speed at which she's speaking is increasing. That's a sign that someone's under significant pressure, so she's deeply affected by this. And it does seem like she's recalling the truth because she's looking up, she's remembering.
Shit about me, like really horrible, nasty shit. I was scared because I know everyone who goes against Jeffree, like, it's like canceled, like, you know, all this stuff like that. And like Jay admits like he beats people's asses and shit, and I'm not. You know, I was like alone. I was single for a long time and lived alone, and like I was scared. On top of that, Shane and Rylan continued to be friends with Jeffree, and I was just trying. I know I told them about all of this, and I was like, you know, I'm not someone's gonna be like, don't be friends with this person because of an experience that happened to me, but.
Touching of the chest for women especially is a sign that they are stressed. So it's a big pacifying behavior. Men don't really do that. Men touch the necks more so, but women touch the chest, and she's doing a lot of chest touching. That sounds weird, but yes, that's a sign that she's under stress. You can tell her chest is getting a bit red, her face is red, so she's I don't think I couldn't even fake something like that, knowing what I know. It's very difficult, unless she's like an expert actress or something like that. She's not faking, she's telling the truth.
I was like I was traumatized. Like right when I came home, I like had to tell him, and he just wanted to stand by him, but I was just scared that I would lose like Shane's friendship because they were gonna get married like a month later after that trip, and I knew he'd probably invite Jeffree, and I just didn't want to make it awkward, and so I just was trying to not say anything.
A lot of distancing there. And pacifying behavior, she touches her chest and then she starts fidgeting with her top and then she puts it in front of her face like that. That's a pacifying behavior, but also a distancing behavior. She's trying to put distance between herself and the camera. She might be wiping her nose, but I didn't see that. But yeah, that is distancing. She's trying to get behind her top, basically, to try and get away from the camera. It's subconscious. I know it sounds ridiculous, people trying to hide from the camera, but it's a subconscious cue, basically. She didn't think about doing it. Her mind basically told her to do it. So that's a sign that she's very uncomfortable. She's stressed by the situation, but it doesn't indicate that she's lying. She's telling the truth, and she's clearly very stressed by this. I mean, purely based on the amount of eye contact that she's making with the camera. She's making enough eye contact. She's maintaining eye contact a normal amount for this, for someone who's honest. Liars don't. They either maintain an excessive amount of eye contact to compensate for their lies, or they look away. They distance themselves. She's doing a perfectly normal amount of eye contact.
And I was so scared, and I'm still so scared, and that's why I make this video. So at least it's out there, because it's like, I really do have anxiety over this video. I briefly mentioned it in my vlog that I posted today, and so many people were like supportive. And I did just watch this video so I know everything, so I'm like aware.
Things with food all the time, because the bitch stays eating. The bitch stays eating. Good thing she lives in California, where there's fucking endless amounts of food. Because if she lived in any other fucking country where there's poverty, what is it, poverty, where people are starving, this bitch wouldn't leave no food left for not even for the animals, not even for the fucking vultures. She'll eat them. So listen, she says, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm lucky to have you there."
He's showing like my company name and stuff like that, which has now been breached.
What that guy said was just extreme. Like, that's plain bullying. Now, I don't want to be biased, but we can all say that those comments just horrible, really. And you know, this woman is clearly affected by that. So I don't know what will happen going forward, but if you want my view, this guy is bullying her, and she's clearly very upset about the whole ordeal. So that's not right. It really isn't right.
Showing like my company name and stuff like that, which has now been breached. I had a hack system in my business account, and I really didn't understand what was going on with it. And I didn't even realize until I'm seeing all this, like, that he's showing my company name that's not out there. And he did charge me more. It's $1,500 a wig. He charged me $4,000. He didn't take off my wig. He told me to go get rubbing alcohol down like the hall that he was too busy to do it. He wasn't even doing it. Just is so stupid. But like, on all this, it's like I'm supposed to not have an opinion. You guys can talk all this shit on me. All this shit on me. You brought me on that trip. Jeffree brought me on that trip to shit on me. And I can't have a say because he paid for it, so they can just do that because you're paid to go on a trip. People are allowed to just piss on you in front.
I think I've watched enough of this video, to be honest. It's actually painful to watch this because you've got a woman who's deeply upset by an issue, and then you've got a guy who's just saying vile filth is what it is. And you just see this woman suffering. I mean, she has ads on this video, so I hope she's making a lot of money to compensate for it, but it's just not right. It's not right at all. And I'm sorry for this, what this woman's going through, because she's clearly affected by it. I don't care about all the drama surrounding it. Someone needs to do something about this, because that is bullying at the end of the day. That is straight out bullying. This woman's telling the truth. This woman's completely affected by this in such a strong way. She's really upset. So, yeah, it's the most extreme video I've seen. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video here. It's been a bit of a sad video, so sorry about that. But, yeah, If you would hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well, it'd be so great because it's really exciting seeing you guys come to the channel, seeing the channel grow. And yeah, I'm going to be making more videos going forward. Comment which ones you'd like me to do next down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.